Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. All right, I've been reading in Ecclesiastes. Last couple video thoughts have been out of Ecclesiastes. If you want to see them, they're on the internet. Today, I've gotten to Ecclesiastes 7, verse 1. It says, a good name is better than precious ointment. Okay? That's kind of a cool thing to think about. First of all, precious ointment. Well, that's not really something that we use that much, although I will admit that our daughter and son-in-law, who have a 2.5-month-old, he's a little less than that, when the twin girls were born. So they had like 3 kids under the age of 2. That precious ointment to them was something a little different than it is to most of us. They were bulk buying that stuff. But a good name being better than precious ointment isn't talking about diaper rash cream. It's talking about what was useful in that day to make you smell good, to make you look good, to keep the bugs and the diseases away to some degree, and something that to some extent was also a bit of an extravagance. It could be, depending on the kind of ointment. And so precious ointment was certainly an extravagance. And the idea that a good name is better than that is something that means a lot. And we hear it and we just immediately think about your reputation. And reputation's good because that's certainly part of what name means in the Old Testament usage. This word name comes from, well, it is the Hebrew word Shem, but it comes from the idea of something much more, sorry for the banging outside. It comes from the idea of something much more than simply your label, your title, what's on your social security card. Name actually confers the idea of your reputation. It's who you are. It's what you've done. And so when it talks about a good name, it doesn't mean like, oh, Mark is a good name, or James is a good name, or, oh, the name Mary, what a good name. No, it's talking about your reputation. It's talking about your character. It's talking about what you're known for. And having that being a good name, Tov in the Hebrew, the word good is this idea of one that brings happiness and joy and satisfaction and accomplishes wonderful, marvelous things. And so this is something that's actually worth pursuing. Yesterday, I talked about the passage that talked about how money and chasing after money is not a good thing to be chasing after. This is different. We should be chasing after a good name and a good reputation. And that's based upon doing good things. So here's my video thought for the day. Let me bring this home to you. I'm sitting here thinking, how can I improve my name? And in some ways I can do it in some things that are kind of small. We had a chance to be on family vacation last week. And in that family vacation, we had, in addition to our family, we had a young lady who joined us to help with the childcare for Gracie's 3. And this is someone who kind of nannies and helps some with them. And I asked Gracie, I said, well, tell me about this young lady that's going to be there so I know a little bit about her and can talk to her. She said to me, Dad, she's someone who never says anything bad about someone. And she said, I say things bad about people. And she just smiles and says something that kind of redirects the conversation. I thought, wow, okay, I can work on that. That's something that I can change. You know, I'd love my reputation to be someone who follows the adage my dad tried to teach me, but I'm not sure it worked. He used to say, if you can't say something nice about someone, don't say anything at all. I'm not real good at that, but I'm getting better. So I'm just going to work on some small things like that and try to change my life. I want my reputation to be one that is more valuable than precious ointment. And I hope you'll join me in that as we roll into this weekend. Meanwhile, this is your video thought for the day. I'll see you next week. God bless you.